Welcome back. The California State Assembly this past week passed a measure that would submit to voters the question of once again allowing affirmative action to be used in the admission to the University of California, the California State University system, and government contracts, all of which were banned through passage of Prop 209 in 1996. With us is State Senator Steven Bradford, who represents parts of Inglewood, Compton, and Carson. He's also the chair of the Senate Banking Committee. So, Senator, why do you want this issue revisited?
Race is at the core of everything that we've seen, especially in light of this pandemic. We see that we not only live in food deserts, we have health deserts in minority communities. We have over-policing in minority communities. We have the highest unemployment rate. We have the highest homeless rate. And we need to understand we have nibbled around the edges for the last 26 years at trying to cobble back equity and diversity in contracting. SB1, our gas tax that we passed 2 years ago, I was happy to insert the language that now says you have to look at minority-owned businesses in doing some of this work. We inserted the language that creates an inspector general whose sole responsibility is to make sure that minority and women-owned businesses get a piece of this work. We need that because, again, if it was just left up to their own demise, these businesses would not get any of this. Contracting in most of all our corporate America is the good old boy network. So we need to revert back to making sure that race is part of this discussion. We're not saying create quotas, but at least level the playing field and be conscious of the fact that these people are devoid here. We have corporations here in California that have no minorities on their board.
You need a 2/3 vote to put this on the ballot. Do you have it?
We're working on it right now. We're taking the count, so we hope we're going to get there. Especially, again, I don't want to play off what happened with George Floyd, but it has changed people's heart in this country that realizes the great imbalance that exists based on race. And regardless of how much we want to say that we're colorblind, we're conscious of that on everything that we do, and people of color are suffering. So I think our colleagues are ready to do the right thing. We had a great demonstration on the Capitol a couple of days ago where 80 members showed up. We took a knee in solidarity, but we also made a commitment to address some of the social and racial imbalances that exist here in California and in this nation.
Would you like to see the enrollment of the University of California mirror the racial makeup of the state which funds it?
Without a doubt. I mean, and we have some folks who say that, oh, our numbers have gone down. African-American Latino numbers since the passage of 209 have drastically gone down. Where our Asian brothers and sisters, they haven't grown that much either, but where we've seen Asian enrollment is in states that have conscious-based admissions based on race, such as Yale, Cornell, University of Texas, University of Michigan. Where those programs exist, their numbers have gone up. Where those programs don't exist, the numbers have gone down for minority enrollment.
Okay, but remember, if the UC reflected the racial makeup of California, you would need an increase in African American students, an increase in Latino students, an increase in white students, but the number of Asian American students at the university would be reduced by over 50%. You see why many Asian American groups see this as an attack on them.
And we're not going to begrudge them their concerns, but we can address those. We African Americans and Latinos have even greater concerns when it comes to the disparities and the elimination of opportunities here in the state of California. So we should all come together and find a way to work this out and balance the playing field for everyone.
Senator Steven Bradford, thank you for taking the time.
Thank you very much for having me on your show.
We'll have some final comments after this.